What's up, everybody? I'm your host, Kat Stefankovich, and it's really great to have you along because I've got some really great basketball stories to share with you today. Here on Fast Break, we take you into the NBA world and the local basketball world, and I guess this first story really brings both together. Nick Stauskas is one of 11 Canadians playing in the NBA, and he grew up right here in the GTA. So when the Sixers play the Raptors, you know his family's going to come out and cheer him on. And Fast Break, well, we were there.
Great to be back home in Toronto as the Raptors get set to begin a stretch of 6 consecutive at home. Tonight taking on the Philadelphia 76ers with a record of 4.
When you come here when your kid was a small child and watched games, and now to come here and watch him playing, it's an unbelievable feeling. Every time I get chills, every time. I don't think I'll ever get used to it.
It's a little surreal for sure. As he went up each level in basketball, it started just maybe a little inkling in the back of my brain, you know what, this actually might happen.
There is the Stauskas family. It used to be such a rarity for years that you'd see a family watching a Canadian kid play in the NBA. Now it feels like it's almost a weekly occurrence, and so many people know about the story of the beautiful custom-made court for Nick Stauskas, who perfected his craft with thousands and thousands of three-point jumpers.
Both Peter and Nick were just such avid basketball players. We couldn't say no to the idea. It took a little bit longer to put in than we thought, but it was all worth it at the end, for sure.
I'm not a great basketball player, so no, I can't say that I was the one rebounding. But I was the one feeding him in between all the playing and calling him in when I think his fingers are freezing off and trying to get him to warm up before going back out. Because he was crazy, he didn't want to come in. So I'm usually the one saying, at least come in, warm up, I'll make you something to eat, then go back out.
There's been a lot of battles back there in the backyard, and I know one time, a lot of people don't know, I kind of chased him around with a shovel above my head like this, just to scare him off. But I think things like that sort of got him motivated to play well and to, bring up his game and get to where he is now.
It's just sheer will of mind for him because, as you see him, I mean, he's pretty athletic and everything, but he's not just a natural-born specimen like a lot of these players are. So he put in a ton of work to get to where he is.
Siakam sends that one into the 10th row.
Substitutions for Philadelphia, number 9, Dario Saric into the game. Also in number 11, Nick Stauskas.
First time watching Nick was an absolutely unbelievable experience, a dream come true, really. There's no other way to put it. I was watching 82 games this season, and then to see him on the ACC floor playing my favorite players is really, really cool. And it's humbling because he's worked really hard to get there.
Once upon a time, I had no nerves at all. When he was in Michigan, I was cool as a cucumber, and my wife was all worried. And then as soon as he got into the NBA, then I started to worry. And then he'd have a good game, and I go, okay, he's got it figured out. And all of a sudden he'd have a not so good game, and I'd get worried again. So it's just a seesaw all the time. And now in this season, I think he's finally turned the corner mentally where he's just sustaining a good level of play. So now, no nerves.
Saric gives it to Stauskas, and the three is wide open.
The last 2 years, he's had the same skill set. Not to say that he hasn't gotten better, because he has, but for him, it's all mental. And I think this year he finally broke through. He understood his role, and he kind of just relaxed a little bit and finally got his stroke going.
Confidence was what he really needed to get and to feel comfortable in the league. And he was so comfortable at Michigan and got into a really good rhythm. And to finally see him getting into that in the NBA is just amazing because he's worked so hard to get there. So it's so nice to see.